Hi everyone, this is Mike in the Beyond Blogging project, and we're doing a site critique today on a site that actually belongs to a client of mine. The web address, as you can see, is taxesonline.es, ES being for España or Spain. I wanted to do this because I'm looking at the site with a view to making some recommendations to him, so I thought it would make some sense to include it within our regular site critiques. And give us some talking points on it. So first impressions when I'm looking here are I don't really like the sort of cheesy girl with the earpiece up here, although that's quite a good picture of Ben, who is in fact my client. I suppose I should explain to you briefly what this site is all about. There is a particular tax which people who are not resident in Spain but who own properties here have to pay each year, and so just to reiterate, it's people from abroad who own property over here, usually their holiday homes, and there's a really simple service that Ben runs which enables them to pay the tax online, and it's a great service because the alternative is either to pay an accountant to go and do it for you, which can be anything from €150 upwards, or to go and do it yourself. And if any of you have any experience of the bureaucracy in Spain, it's a pain. It's just hard work to go and try and do these things yourself. So with this service, for €49, you can fill in a form, and Ben's system does the rest for you. So that's what it's all about. It's a selling website. And my first impression on arriving here is that there's just too much going on. I mean, it is such a simple thing. The sale is here, really. We make it simple to pay all your Spanish property taxes online, and it's only €49 per property. This section here, expertise you can trust, is probably a good thing because people are going to be handing over money. They want to know that there's something that or something behind the business and so on. Over here, this is quite a nice thing. It's an opportunity to calculate the tax that's due. So let's say we have a property with an assessed value of €150,000. Hit the calculate button, and the taxation on that is €396. The one thing, so a couple of things I really don't like. I don't like this generic girl on a phone picture. It just doesn't sit with the fact that it's Ben who's going to be looking after our taxes, and he is pretty much a one-man band, as you'll find out, or a two-person band. And in fact, let's have a look, because we'll click the team. This is a nice page. I like this. Ben looking casual with Montse, which is short for Montserrat, who works in the office, and basically the business is the two of them. And I think this really shows nicely that it's a Spanish-English team, and gives some good information and advice about what they do. And there's Montserrat at her desk again. There's a gallery here now. I think that's kind of strange, and it says content coming soon, and I have to ask why you'd have a gallery on a site where you have to pay your taxes. There's an FAQ section, which I guess is probably a good thing to have. It talks about general taxation, this particular tax, and how it's calculated. So that's useful information for people who want to know more. There is a link section. Let's have a quick look at that. We're linking to the Inland Revenue, Ben's other site, the people who designed this website, the UK Inland Revenue, and James Mitchell, who's a local photographer. And then we go to contact us. We've got postal addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. That's good. I thought for a moment we were going to end up with a contact form. Probably put one on there as well for people who are interested in that. And we've got a testimonial section here from lots of happy clients. I guess that's a good thing. I personally don't really like testimonials because whenever I see them, you know damn well that only the good ones are ever going to make it there. So it doesn't tell me an awful lot about a business, but that's a personal thing, and I think most people would probably go with putting testimonials on websites. I want to go back to the home page now for a specific reason, because let's remember that this site is all about getting people to pay their tax online. So let's actually have a look at trying to do that. So we've arrived at the site. I'm not, in fact, but let's imagine I'm a non-resident property owner. I'm a resident, and I've read this and I'm sold. Yep, this is a great service. I want to do it. So pay your Spanish property tax online for non-residents. That's one click. I'm through to another page, which tells me stuff I already know. Pay now. Okay, here we go. Excellent. 2 clicks. Oh, and there's yet more information here. And finally I've got to a page where I can click to get the form that I've got to fill in. And that's 3 clicks. That's too many. And in my recommendations for the redesign of this site, I would change that significantly. I mean, actually, personally, I think I would go for a great big box that says pay your taxes, and one other great big box that says find out more, and probably a third great big box that says something like register to be reminded when you need your taxes, and adds them to the email list. And that way it's just much clearer, much simpler. If people already know what they want to do, you don't particularly want to ask them to click once, twice, 3 times to actually do what the whole site is there and about. And if they know they want to pay it and they're happy with the price, why give them all this additional information to trawl through? By all means have it on there, but just have it behind a button. I tend to adopt the Google principle, keep the home page very, very simple and give people straightforward options. So that's my view on taxesonline.es. It's a real live site from a real live client, and if you're interested, let me know in comments in the forum, and I'll keep you posted on what the recommendations are and what we do and where we end up with this one. So thanks for listening, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye for now.